Hi there, welcome to tonight's homework. Our term that we're working on is antithesis. Might look like antithesis, but we say it antithesis. It just means the direct opposite. Again, it's really easy to remember the definition of this one. It just means opposing or oppositional images being put next to each other. Authors oftentimes use antithesis to highlight a contrast between two ideals that they're trying to present, and they use antithetical images as a way to highlight differences in the images that they're trying to present. So identifying antithetical words and phrases and sentences is an important skill to know on the AP exam. Let's look at a question. Okay, today's passage comes from Charles Dickens, his piece titled Pictures from Italy. Within it is a great saloon, faded and tarnished in its stately decorations and moldering by grains, but recording yet in pictures on its walls the triumphs of the Medici and the wars of old Florentine people. The prison is hard by in an adjacent courtyard of the building, a foul and dismal place, where some men are shut up close in small cells like ovens, and where others look through bars and beg, where some are playing draughts, and some are talking to their friends who smoke, the while to purify the air, and some are buying wine and fruit of the women vendors, and all are squalid, dirty, and vile to look at. They are merry enough, Signor, says the jailer. They are all blood-stained here, he adds, indicating with his hand 3/4 of the whole building. Before the hour is out, an old man 80 years of age, quarreling over a bargain with a young girl of 17, stabs her dead in the marketplace full of bright flowers, and is brought in prisoner to swell the number. And here's the question. Lines 14 through 26 contain examples of which of the following rhetorical device? A. Antithetical images, B. Anecdotal evidence, C. Parallel structure, D. Denotation, or E. Inversion. Hey everybody, I have a helper here with me. This is JC. She wants to give you the answer to today's question.
A.
Antithetical images. Pretty cool. Let me tell you a little bit about how that question confused me at first. I got a little bit tripped up because I was leaning towards B, anecdotal evidence. Because of the short anecdote at the end where the old man stabs the young girl, that's a bit of an anecdote, but it's small in comparison to the more common antithetical images in there. Let's pull those out for you. We've got things from the start that talk about, let's see, images that are the triumphs versus the wars. We've also got some men are shut up close while others are kind of poking out of bars. We've got the pure air versus the ones that are smoking. And we've got the merry. They are merry enough, says the jailer. And then his next comment is they're all bloodstained. So merry versus bloodstained. And then you've got the contrast of the 80-year-old man versus the 17-year-old woman right there at the end. So you've got quite a few antithetical images in that passage when you break it down and really look at them. And I just got confused when it said they're all squalid, they're all dirty, they're all vile. To me, that sounded like, hey, it's all one thing, and I wasn't thinking of contrast in that specific passage. So you have to look at it a couple of times. Sometimes you have to be reading really close. But hey, for today, remember that antithetical images are opposing images or contrasting images, and that antithesis is the exact opposite. Writers will use this to contrast different ideals and different things that they want to show. Hey, there's different things. There's two sides of everything going on. Thanks, and have yourself a great evening. Say goodbye.